I'd like to welcome Michael and Lloyd back to our stall, because obviously you're regular visitors to our stall. And I think this is going to be an interview which is going to be shown on a program called the Middle East Report. And I think it's interesting for people to understand why people keep visiting our stall and what the rationale is for doing that. So could I ask you both to maybe say a couple of words about that?
Well, I was an enemy of God,
right,
until 6 years ago, when I had an encounter with Jesus, and now I come to bless Israel, because the scriptures say those who bless Israel shall be blessed, and those who curse Israel shall be cursed. So I come here to share the love of Jesus with my brothers and sisters from Israel.
Great.
As the Lord commands, but we don't do it for any personal gain. It's just from what the Lord has put in us. The Spirit of God, the Spirit of love, comes to bless Israel, who are our friends and our neighbours.
And I was going to like to say that you're very welcome to come here as often and as frequently as you like. But you've been here a lot longer than Lloyd has. You've only come recently.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what's been? And obviously you go with Michael, which is good, but you would only do so if you wanted to do. You wouldn't come just because Michael's coming. You come because you also wanted to come.
I've always been very welcoming and able to talk about Middle Eastern things, and you know, it's one of these things that, supposing even we had differences of opinion, we can still talk like patient adults that love each other as humans, and that's the key thing. Is I like to be able to come down. We get to share our faith and testimony, and whereas perhaps other stalls aren't like that, and so we feel comfortable.
Good.
And we feel led to be able to do it. And my testimony was I was in Her Majesty's forces. I got involved with crime, and Jesus Christ, or Yeshua HaMashiach, He transformed me, and so I have a strong inclination to tell people about this, because even though drug programs and things that I've been on, is only clearly through the power of God they can do this. And so with regards to the stall, it's good to be able to come down and chat.
Well, we come here to testify that Jesus is the Messiah of Israel, and that you are the chosen people of God, and He sends us Gentiles to testify to the Israelites that Jesus is Lord. He's the Saviour of all mankind. He's your Saviour, and He's my Saviour.
You know, of course, Michael, that this is not a Jewish organisation.
Yes, I know.
Like Thomas here is Christian, so we are made up of people who just love Israel and want to see peace in Israel for both sides. So about half of us are Jewish and about half of us are Christian, but we all work together for the same aim, to try and help people understand what is happening in the Middle East and why it's happening and what the history of it is. And to some extent, I prefer to talk to people who don't agree with me, because it's nice to talk to people who agree with me. It's a really nice chat. But if you want to do good, then you have to be prepared to talk to people who don't necessarily agree with you, and that you can come together and talk about things that are different and come closer together at the end of that conversation. So I actually enjoy talking to people who don't agree with me.
Yeah, we're called to be peacemakers, and we're to pray for the peace of Jerusalem and Israel. As God chose the Jews, the Jewish people, and Jerusalem is the epicenter of the universe, or the world, and the Messiah shall return
one day. That's great. Thank you, Michael. Nice to see you again. Lloyd, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And